Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jody here. I'm doing this video to celebrate my 4 years post-op that happened last month. So I'm 4 years and 1 month post-ops tomorrow. My top surgery date was June 26, 2014. And so it's been, thinking back, it's even hard to imagine my life before top surgery, which is kind of weird because I look at photos quite often and I'm just like, that's just so weird to me to imagine that at one time I had breasts. Just because I was really disconnected with my chest, and I tried to hide it as much as possible. So there's that fact. And then once I had top surgery, I started reconnecting with my chest and connecting with my body just in different ways I never had before. So that was really cool. But back to the real point of the video. My top surgeon was Dr. Corey Agarwal in Salt Lake City, Utah. She is an assistant professor in plastic surgery at the University of Utah. And before she became a professor, she was in private practice as a plastic surgeon, so that's kind of cool. I know a couple people, I actually know more than a couple people. I know a handful of people that have had top surgery with her, and they have all told me that she's actually kind of hard to get into, and which it was at the time that I had top surgery with her, and so it's just kind of, I think, gotten like more and more. She's pretty well known in the Salt Lake City area, and so there's that. So she's pretty busy, but that's really awesome to hear that she's doing well and that things are going good and her reputation is great. She was amazing. Her staff was amazing also. I had a phone consultation with her, and then after that, I had to send her photos, and then after that, she gave me a pricing because she has like a sliding scale because she works at the University of Utah, so her pricing ranges. And then, since she couldn't measure him in person, she just had to give me the closest kind of estimate that she could. Even though I did offer her to go down there to get a better pricing, um, she just said no, there wasn't any point. So, and based on the information that I was like telling her and like from my photos, because I was a large B cup, she said my pricing probably wouldn't have changed anyway. I did have a pre-op appointment where she measured my chest officially to make sure that what she was thinking was really what was going to happen the next day. She did give me her best recommendation on top surgery because I wanted to do keyhole to minimize scarring and stuff like that. But she was really realistic with me, saying that I could do keyhole. However, like I'd have to have at least one other surgery to get rid of all of the excess skin at that point. And so her recommendation would be to get it done all in one shot, and so she recommended double incision. I did go with her recommendation, and I'm really happy with it. My scars after 4 years have completely faded most of the part. They're really unnoticeable. They're not red or anything like that. They're pretty much like my skin tone color. Even without my chest hair, with my chest hair, obviously they're a little less noticeable when I can fix this really quick. When I'm like here and stuff like that. But even without my chest hair, they're really faint at this point after 4 years. I'm really thankful for that. My most noticeable scar is here on my left side, and it's just this part right here that kind of tucks up in here. So my left side of my chest was slightly larger than my right side. So in order to prevent the dog tags where you see people have like this little flap um, at some point in time happen because they have excess skin after surgery, and they usually have that removed. To prevent that from happening, she elongated the scar, well, the incision, I guess it wasn't a scar at the time, the incision, and then tucked it up here over like this little ridge in your arm, in my armpit, to prevent the dog tag from happening. And I was really thankful she did that, and that was just something that she did. She didn't ask me to do that, and because she's like, didn't want you to have to come back and do another surgery or anything like that. And my nipples are slightly off, she told me, but they're not even noticeable. But she notices them because she's the one that placed them. But other than that, she's super happy with my results also. Let's see what else. Some of my scars are a little bit wider. So if you can get in here. So this scar here is like a little bitty. Whereas some of the scars on like this side are a little wider, I feel. Can't even tell. But some of my scars are a little slightly wider than on some areas. And I think the reason that happened was they were supposed to be more healed when I started rubbing out my scar tissue. Um, Within 3 to 6 months after top surgery is when you can start rubbing out the scar tissue, make sure that they're all flat. So my entire scars from here all the way around are completely flat. They're not bumped up or anything like that. And I really had to work that scar tissue out. But I think that some of the inner stitching wasn't completely healed as I thought that it was, or it should have been at that time. And so popping those stitches kind of widened some of my scarring. That's the only thing that makes sense. I've never actually confirmed that. However, that's my thoughts. Other than that, I'm going to do another video on what I did while I was recovering from top surgery, as well as some aftercare that I did. So if you guys have any questions about my scars, before I post that video, or anything about my top surgery, go ahead and hit me up, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. All right, so here, I'll let you take a look at my chest. I'll stand up here, and you can take a look at it. So this is what it is. 4 years post-op. So there's that side view. This one only goes up like right about here is where that stops right there. See, they're like so faint you can't even really see them. So hit me up, guys, and I'll be back later.